Hey, Shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers, pushing out this word in true sincerity. Eshabach Hanak, and just doing an impromptu lesson, Spirit just jumped on me. I was reading this book. Let me give you the title of this book. It's called The Bay Area Forager, Your Guide to Edible Wild Plants of the San Francisco Bay Area. And I just picked this book up, just kind of looking into foraging and stuff like that. And I was just reading in the book. I just got it. And it's about, wild edible plants, as the title states. And how to pick them and stuff like that. And as I was reading the book, the Spirit just jumped on me to kind of read a paragraph or two in this book. And this lesson is going to be, like I said, it's impromptu. This lesson is going to be on how once this man is taken down, the whole earth is going to rejoice. So let me read a little bit in this book, and you'll kind of see where it's going. So this is on page 13. It says the California of 500 years ago has been described as an edible paradise. The Bay Area was one of the most abundant ecological areas on the planet. Many edible and nutritious plants were available that aren't in our book, as they are too rare to be of any practical use now. The climate was mild, and the subsisting with the land here was relatively easy, if I pronounce that right, subsisting. The native people lived, this is Gad, right? Remember, because Gad was here before these Edomites came. The native people lived in a balanced way, taking a very active role in tending the land they foraged and hunted. It says, as Kat Anderson shows in her book, this is one of the authors of this book, Tending the Wild, the people managed the land through various methods, including setting calculated fires and sprinkling oyster shells near oak trees. They had it down to a science, and their method had been practiced for thousands of years. Their diet consisted mainly of acorns, bulbs, and wild seeds. They ate shellfish, which was off, salmon, and other seafood, waterfowl, as well as meat and organs from various animals such as elk and deer. Countless different types of greens, including seaweeds, were part of their diet. It says the remainder of the story is twofold, familiar and depressing. Genocide and ecocide, where genocide means the destruction of the gene, and ecocide means the destruction of the ecosystem. Side means to destroy or kill. That's a suffix at the end of the word. So let me read that again. The remainder of the story is too familiar and depressing. Genocide and ecocide followed the Europeans, Edomites, into California. So wherever Esau went, genocide and ecocide came. That reminds me of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Is as death and cannot be satisfied. Okay? The ancient forests were logged, and fertile valley areas and riparian zones were replaced by concrete development. The bay and the coastal area were overfished and polluted. Much of the coastline of the bay was destroyed and filled with landfill waste, on which several cities now stand. Native people, the tribe of Gad, probably even had Ishkar up here too. Native people, the Israelites, the tenders of the land were forbidden to care for the land because Esau, Edom was destroying it. and fires were suppressed. On top of all this, Europeans brought with them many exotic plants and pests, which quickly filled the niches of destruction that were being created. As a result, the native grassland species quickly faded into memory because they destroyed them. The hills that were once green all year are now brown deserts for the dry season. The salmon no longer run except in very few places. There are no more large stands of Brodiea. I believe that's a plant. The elk are nearly gone. There are no more waterfowl, and the grizzly bears exist only on the state flag. I just came. I didn't know this was going to be in here. And I read this, and I'm like, oh, that's Esau. That's clearly Esau going around, destroying everything. And this is the Edom. These are two Edomites that wrote this book, and they put this in there. But that's the story of Esau. Before Esau came over here to the Americas, this was a paradise. And as it was going into this book, how there's a lot of plants and species that they don't put in this book because they're extinct or they're too rare to even put in the book. The elk used to be here in the Bay Area in abundance. This used to be one of the most abundant places as far as ecosystems in the earth. But the devil, Esau, Edom, he came and he destroyed it. Now, ultimately, we know that this place is going to be completely destroyed. And that's what we want. And the returning of our Lord Yahushua, he's going to hasten that and bring that to pass when he comes and those nuclear missiles hit. And then the earth is going to go back into its pristine state. But America, Babylon is going to stay as a memorial. It's going to be a desert, for desert-like creatures. But that's what happens when Esau, Edom, he comes into a land. Let me bring this out. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Let me go back and let me read that paragraph where it talks about the Europeans. The so-called Europeans are the Edomites. And the story of the Europeans, the so-called Europeans, the Edomites, is coming into a land and genocide and ecocide. Let me read this paragraph again. It's the second paragraph down on page 14. It says the remainder. So you can find, Esau's history everywhere, man. You can just look around. He's literally destroyed everything. Okay, even where's all the Native Americans at? Where's the tribe of Gad? Where are they at? They tucked somewhere on a reservation. All right, and now he's in these cheap places. He has a fatness. This place was the Bay Area was very rich in resources. The salmon, there was hella salmon here. It was elk, it was deer. You had the bears. You had the different otters and different birds. You had different plants and different tree species in which you can live off the land. And Gad was using these techniques that they knew how to cultivate and take care of the land and forage in the land and make sure the land was sustaining the ecosystem. They were living one with the ecosystem. Esau, he can't live one with the ecosystem because he's a virus. But let me read this, and I'm going to bring out another scripture. The remainder of the story is too familiar and depressing because this is the story of the so-called Europeans. You can find this story. This is not just isolated out here in the Bay Area. He's done that to the whole landmass of America. Okay, he went to Australia. He did it. Okay, he went to Canada. He did that. He went to Central and South America. He did that. He did that in Europe. He did that in the Pacific Islands. He's doing that in Antarctica. Everywhere this man goes, he brings death. The remainder of the story is too familiar and depressing. Genocide, which you can look that word up, but it means the destruction of the gene. Okay. And which he's trying to do with these vaccines too. And ecocide, which is the destruction of the ecosystem. Follow the Europeans. So wherever the Europeans go, wherever the Edomites go, they bring genocide. They kill the inhabitants of the land, and then they destroy the ecology of the land. Okay, whether it's the plants, whether it's the they take all the natural resources. They'll strip the resources from it, and they'll pollute it. Okay, they'll kill all the game. There's animals there, they'll kill the animals. If there's a certain resource that they want, they'll just suck it dry. They won't leave, certain of the resources so it can replenish itself. Okay. It says genocide and ecocide followed the Europeans into California. The ancient forests were logged, so Esau did a lot of logging. The fertile valley areas and riparian zones were replaced by concrete and development. These are these modern cities. Okay. The bay and coastal areas were overfished and polluted. See? So not only did they take all the fish out, the salmon don't run anymore. They take all the shellfish and the bottom feeders, which are, there to clean the ocean. We're there to clean the bay. And then they dump their toxic refining products into the ocean. There's something called a super fun site. You can look that up. And basically it's a nuclear disposal area, and there's a big one out here in the Bay Area. There's a couple out here actually in the Bay Area. Okay, you're pretty much in these major cities. I did a lesson on it. It's a while back. It's on my page. You can look for it about super fun sites. I believe either we're close. You're in a major city. You're like 20 or 50 miles away from like a super fun site where they dump nuclear waste. Okay, well, they got Jake out here living out there in San Francisco. They got Jake out there living, where they used to dump nuclear toxic waste. So Esau's his history is everywhere, and his history is what? Is genocide and ecocide. Okay. Much of the coastline of the bay was destroyed. See? This damn devil's a demon. And filled with landfill waste on which several cities now stand. So here in the Bay Area, you have San Francisco, you got the East Bay, you got the South Bay, you got the North Bay, Oakland, San Jose, Santa Clara, San Mateo, which all those names go back to who? They go back to the conquistadors. They go back to the Spanish, because the Spanish came over here. So Esau, you're done. You're done. Okay, we just read the scripture. The Most High is going to destroy them that destroy the earth. I'm just sitting here, a new book I picked up, just to read, about foraging, wild edibles, and you can't escape the destruction of Esau Edom. They're telling you straight up. A lot of the plant life, a lot of the ecology here was destroyed by Esau Edom. And then and then in this book they go into how GMOs and it's just, as they say, it's depressing. and good thing we have this word, and we understand that, look, this man is about to be taken down for all the things that he's done, all the blood he has spilled, all the land that he's destroyed, all the animals that he has destroyed and experimented on. And now he's using you Israelites, which he's always has, not only you Israelites, but the whole world to experiment on. This dude's a real piece of shit. But we're the worst people on the planet Earth, right? We didn't do that. Gad lived, with nature. Now, of course, we got taken down because, Jake was wilding out. Jake was not following the law, statute, commandments like the Most High told us to do it. But nevertheless, even in our lowest state, we didn't destroy the earth like Esau did. But this is what happens when we don't, because we're the rightful owners of the earth. This is what happened when we went off. Okay, the power was transferred into a wicked ruler, and he has oppressed the whole planet Earth. Okay, every species on the planet Earth, he has oppressed, and he has in his mind to change their DNA. Okay, just as he did with the plant life. All right, the tomatoes that you eat, the lettuce that you eat, the spinach that you eat, the broccoli, the cabbage, those have all been genetically modified. Okay, and now he's trying to genetically modify the human race. Well, he's doing it right now through this whole Vanessa thing. All right, you have something called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. I want to kind of go back into that because you got Elon Musk. I want to do a video on it. You got Elon Musk. He's now making a humanoid robot, which they already have these things in plan. They're already making these things. But see, we're definitely in that time. So he wants to bring in his genetics, his robots, his AI. All meanwhile, he's destroying the earth. Okay, people are unhappy. People are sick. People are in a state of anxiety. People want to kill themselves. People are on drugs. Here it is. The earth gives you everything that you need. The Most High gave us everything that we need down here. But hey, you leave it into the devil's hands. Let me just read a little bit more. It says much of the coastline of the Bay Area was destroyed and filled with landfill waste, on which several cities now stand. Native people, the Israelites, the tenders of the land were forbidden to care for the land, right? Because they were put in those reservations. They was put in those reservations, and they were given processed foods to eat, and they were forbidden to speak their language. They were forbidden to practice those cultures, their culture, and the way of the medicines of the earth and tilling the earth. That was lost through generations. It says, native people and the tenders of the land were forbidden to care for the land, and fires were suppressed. On top of all this, Europeans brought with them many toxic plants and pests. Not only did they come over here to destroy the land and the people, they brought, different species that that are not supposed to be here, like what is it called? The eucalyptus tree. Okay, they brought the eucalyptus tree over here, and it messed up a lot of the ecology, as well as different species of animals. Okay, that are now what do they call it? Basically pests. Invasive species. There's different invasive species of like different grasses and different animals that don't belong in this area that play a part in destroying this area. So Esau, hey, we're going to speak truth. That's why this man hates us. It said, which quickly filled the niches of destruction. See, everywhere this man go, we're going to probably bring out a beck or two that were being created. As a result, the native grassland species quickly faded into memory, and hills that were once green all year now brown deserts for the dry season. The salmon no longer run except in very few places. Yeah, there used to be hella salmon out here, and salmon, that's a high level fish, man. The tribe of Gad was living off of that, and they didn't overfish the fucking place. Okay, but that's the story of Esau. Now I'm done with that. Let me go into a script. We got two more scriptures. It's all impromptu. Let's go to Habakkuk. So if you clearly can't see this man's a double, you're living in Wonderland. And he's giving these people ability, to live in pleasure. He's giving them fake foods, which are nothing but induced with chemicals. He's giving them an ability to be demons, and they've forgotten, how to live, especially our people, how to live one with nature, how to live one with their power. Really, living one with nature is really living one with your power, because we've been given the instructions via the Holy Spirit, okay, how to live on the planet Earth in harmony. Esau, he has those instructions now, but is he following those instructions? Does he honor the land Sabbath? Does he treat the animals well? Does he follow the dietary law? Hell no. Okay? He's creating robots. He's saying if you're sick, you need to get this injection, when there's so many different plants out here that can heal you. Habakkuk 2:4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Yet a spirit that the Most High gave this man is a crooked spirit. Okay, he gave this man a left-handed energy, a left-handed spirit, basically, to fulfill the role of the devil on the earth. But the just shall live by his faith. So we're the just. Okay, that's another word for the hopeful elect, the just. Okay, the righteous. Okay. Well, it tells you that in Proverbs, I believe that's Proverbs 12. It says, the righteous are more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. So even in our lower state, we're still better than Esau, Edom, and the other nations. Which Esau, Edom, and the other nations, they're destroying the earth. Moab is following after Edom, as well as Elam, but they have more sense not to, destroy the earth like Esau, Edom is. Esau, Edom don't give a goddamn. Well, that reminds me, I was reading in Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter. We might bring that out, but we'll just see. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Yeah, his philosophy, right? He's fooled the world into thinking, that his pharmakia, his pharmaceuticals is the way to go. That's how, you find salvation. That's how you find good health. He's told you that, hey, you gotta, live in a little apartment, in a high rise, or these cities. You tilling the ground, you foraging, you having your own garden. That's not the way. The way is going to the grocery store. That's how you're going to be happy. Look at the convenience. You go get you a Chick-fil-A sandwich. You get you a burger. Go to Burger King, get it your way. All right. He's giving you concerts. He's giving you sporting events. These colleges, which are nothing but dens of wickedness. He's giving liberty to the woman to gad abroad, right? With the Most High, he's given us laws to govern us. This is really a lawless society. Give me a second. So he's proud. It says, let me read that again. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Yeah, he's everywhere except where he's supposed to be. and that's in the land of Edom. Okay? I was just reading in the book. It said the Europeans, what did they bring? Genocide and ecocide. Okay? Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. See? So wherever this man go, he brings hell. He brings death. He brings destruction. He brings oppression. Not only to the Israelites, but to the whole world. The earth itself is being oppressed by this damn devil. And we'll get that, Isaiah 14. And cannot be satisfied. He can't be satisfied. Now he wants to inject you. He wants to give you that booster shot. He wants to change your DNA. He wants to merge you with a machine. Okay? He wants your soul. He wants to know your thoughts. He wants to control you. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, and that's what he has done. You have this cauldron called Babylon the Great, this mixing pot. Okay, of filthiness, of wickedness. The Most High, he separated the nations. Okay, but Esau, Edom said, no, we're going to come all together. Well, that was just a trick. Because Esau, he doesn't believe he's equal with the people. He believes he's over the people. All right, and that he's a God, and that he's going to control the whole world. But let me just bring this out real quick. We're a couple of verses here. Isaiah 14 and 5. Let me read 4. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, okay, Amalek, the rulers of darkness, okay, and say, how has the oppressor ceased? How has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Okay, this is America is the golden city, Babylon the Great. And this is a future prophecy because it's going to come a point to where Babylon is going to be a total desolation. It's going to be destroyed, and the rulers of Babylon, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be in chains. They're going to be bound up. And no mercy will be shown to these Edomites. Because look what they have done. What we read, the first scripture we read is Revelation 11 and 18. The Most High is going to destroy them which destroy the earth. And the earth, just as we were reading that book, how they came over here and this land was filled with all type of natural resources. And what do? They start chopping down the trees. They start overfishing. They start polluting. They start land filling the earth with concrete. They start destroying the species, not only destroying the people. So by what the scriptures say, they have to be destroyed. That's just one of many things. Verse 5, the Lord has broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers. Yeah, we're coming into that time where the Lord is going to break their power. That scepter, that staff is a symbol, symbolizes power, rulership. The Most High is going to break it. They have the power right now. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. See, who's doing that? Esau, Edom. The whole world is mourning. Nobody's happy. Everybody's on drugs. Everybody drinks is on, drunk. They gotta get drunk just to function in society. Nobody has their own land. Even if you have a property, it's not your property, man. It's Esau, Edom's property. Okay? They own the land. And they can come and take the land whenever the hell they want. And especially if you're an Israelite, you don't really have, there's a false sense of reality, a false sense of security you have here. And the devil is requiring more of a sacrifice from you Israelites. He wants you and your children to roll up your sleeve. Okay? He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. See? The Most High is going to persecute this man. And nobody's going to be able to save him. Your technology, Esau, Elon Musk and his robots, they're not going to be able to save this man from what's going on. Right here, verse 7. The whole earth is at rest. The whole earth is at rest. The earth right now is being oppressed. starting with the Israelite man, starting with the 144,000, okay, and the 1/3, as well as all Israel, okay, and the whole world, all the heathen nations, even his own. He's oppressing even his own people. He's oppressing the animals. You get a dog, right? Before you take that dog home, he wants to put a chip in that dog. He wants to vaccinate that dog. Where do you, why, man, where's that at in the scriptures? I'll just say it like that. You got to vaccinate your animals. And now he wants to vaccinate you because he looks at you as cattle. But the good things are in the book, and how to sustain a healthy life, he abhors. Okay? So the Most High is tired of you Edomites. And he's going to destroy you. Okay? Your society is being destroyed as we speak right now. It's just a matter of time. Okay? We're just patiently waiting till the Most High arise. Like it says in Psalms 73, when the Most High shall awake, he shall despise their image. So we're waiting for our Lord Yahushua to come and rip you Edomites out of power. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. The whole earth is gonna sing. You're like, damn, why am I feeling like this? Well, because there's an oppressive hand on the earth. Your spirit is being oppressed in ways that you don't even know. Well, the scriptures say that he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow. Right? When you get more knowledge, you get sorrowful because you see how, damn, like, this is not living. This is even more slavery than what I thought. And there's false pleasures, false hopes, and pretty much this damn devil, like I said earlier, he wants more of a sacrifice. In order for you to be here on the earth, he wants to jab you up, and then he wants to chip you up. He wants to have full control over you. This guy's a real piece of shit. And all those who come against this word, the Most High are going to destroy you. Verse 8, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. How wicked do you have to be for the trees to actually rejoice and say this? How wicked do you have to be? Even in this book, okay, they said this man came over and he just started chopping down all the trees. And then he brought in different species of trees and plants that are not native to the area, that destroyed the ecology even more. So this dude has to be a real demon. And he did a lot of logging out here in California, as well as he did a lot of logging everywhere. Okay? So a feller is somebody who chops down trees. There's something called deforestation. Which he's doing that out there in Amazon. The Amazon rainforest is shrinking every single day. So, hey, as the scriptures say, the Most High, you got to cut the time short, or no flesh will be saved. Right now, he's literally trying to depopulate the earth through these you-know-whats. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. That destruction is coming. That third world war is coming. These nations, they're angry, they're upset, they're mad. And the Most High is going to put it in their mind to fight against Babylon the Great. They're all going to come together. They're going to be confederate against Babylon the Great. And we're seeing that sentiment now taking root in the earth. Okay, Germany, they want to deal with Russia to export natural gas through that pipeline because it's cheaper. Okay, NATO wants to deal with Russia, and that's going to happen according to Revelation 17. America's going to be isolated and done away with. You see China, a new superpower on the scene, which they're going to be destroyed too. All they that speak shall say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Degradation. Okay? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, the elites? Okay, the so-called Luciferians, the Illuminati, the light bearers of this earth. Okay? The principalities, wickedness in high places. How have you fallen? How have you been from this pomp of trillions and trillions of dollars, all the resources in the earth, all the stature and the glory of the earth? How have you fall from heaven? How have you fall from that pristine state, from having the fatness of the earth? It says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And how did he do that? Well, through the hammer, through his military might, his sword, which was his blessing. And that's how he was able to come to California. He was able to come to the United States and conquer the United States, conquer the tribe of Gad, Reuben, Issachar, as well as Central and South America, all the tribes. Okay, the island of Hispaniola, the Taino Indians, the so-called Taino Indians, the tribe of Ephraim, as well as Canada and Alaska. You had Gad up there. Okay, all the different islands, and really the whole known earth. Okay, how was he able to do that? Well, he was able to do that through the force of the sword. But it's going to come a time where he's going to be cut down. That power is going to be stripped away from him within a moment. He's going to lose all that power within an hour, man. Within an hour, America's going to be destroyed. Everything's going to be destroyed. Within an hour, he's going to lose it all. He's been laboring. This whole plan, this whole Vanessa, this whole New Order, he's been laboring from the beginning, man. All the resources that he pumped into this plan, and all the monies and influence and people that he killed off, and his witchcraft, the Most High is going to destroy within a moment. Let me read a little bit more. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And he has us, he's sitting upon us. He has power over us. And he's going into the heavens, right? He got his satellites into the heavens. He's saying he went to the moon. Now he wants to go to Mars. He wants to go to Jupiter. He wants to go to different planets and inhabit different planets, right? But he has to do that through his technology, which is his way to defeat the Most High in his mind. But we know that's not going to happen. All right. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yeah. I'm able to change DNA. I'm able to create humans. I'm able to clone. I'm able to I can create humanoids. I can take a soul of somebody and create a humanoid. I can download somebody's consciousness, and I can put it into this AI robot. This is him saying that he's as the Most High, which he's not. He's going to be destroyed. Okay? Let me continue. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So this is where this man is about to go. He's about to go to the sides of the pit, to hell. And look what he has done. Just look at the state of the earth. Just look around, man. We are so oppressed and confined to, this low level low level life. This is a low level life, man. And we want to be liberated. We want to be moved, taken out of this man's hands, and the only one who can do that is Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's why we're constantly hastening the day. Cause look what this man has done, and he's not going to stop. Well, we just read in Habakkuk that he can't be satisfied. He ain't stopping. Here it is. He destroyed every fucking thing. Okay, and he wants more. He wants more blood. Okay. So the Most High, he got to destroy this man ASAP. Okay. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee. This is future prophecy, so it's going to happen soon. Saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? See? Yeah, this is Esau. We're going to see Esau in his true state. A decrepit little monster. All right, weak. Low level. We gonna like, God damn, this was the guy? Well, that just goes to show you the power of the Most High. He can give the power. He can give the earth, the power of the earth to whoever he wants. That made the world as a wilderness, see, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of his prisoners. Who is this? Who could this possibly be? It can only be one nation. It can only be one people, and that's the Edomites. Okay, the ruling class of the Edomites at that, not just these low level Edomite. You know, there's levels to Edomites. All the kings of the earth, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. He's going to be taken out of his land. That land's going to be absorbed by the land of Judah. Okay, the other nations, they're going to go back into their land. Okay, the Moabites, the Moabites are going to be here forever. The Elamites, the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, they're going to be here forever. The only nation that's going to be cast out like an abominable branch is the Edomites, or the Edomites. They're going to be destroyed. And they have to. Because look what they do. They're not going to stop. And as the remnant of those that are slain thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. This is one of my favorite verses right here. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Let's look at this word renowned. Okay, we're tired. The Most High is tired of you Edomites, and we're tired of you Edomites. All right. Let's look at this word in the blue letter. Slock is messing up. Give me a moment again. Ra. To be called, be proclaimed, be summoned, be named, be read aloud, invite, call for, called, commission, appoint, called, endowed. Properly addressed by name. That are bidden, called, famous, guest, invite, mention, named, preach, proclaim, pronounce, publish, read, renowned. So Esau, he's gonna be done away with, to where there are going to be no more Edomites. He's going to be as a dream. Okay, he's going to be as a dream, a bad dream at that. We're gonna have to go into the records. It's like, damn, there was an Edomite. It was, some people did this. That's how we're gonna remember the Edomites. Okay, but let me finish verse 21. It says, let me go back. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. See, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So slaughter is being prepared for these Edomites. and it's a just punishment too. Okay, the Most High is just. Look at the track record of the Edomites. I'll leave it at that. Until next time, shalom to the elect.